Okay, now I actually appreciate this look better.
You like this? Good morning to you from Spectrum TV, DTH 421. Live from Uyo. That's how I literally feel on Saturday mornings when I'm coming to Rise and Shine Saturday. Well, my name is Uyanika and it's a good day to rise and shine and a good day to be alive. I am excited. I hope you are. Good morning. This is Rise and Shine Saturday and we are coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Do well to follow us across all social media platforms, all of which you can find at spectrumtv.ng. You'd also have a phone line that will be displayed on the screen when we want to talk to you. Please do well to call us and also send us WhatsApp or text messages. I almost did it Indian, but let's leave it. Welcome to Rise and Shine Saturday.
Why am I feeling like there's something behind these acts you just put up?
Every day is a good day.
Okay. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Welcome to Rise and Shine Saturday. My name is Francis, and I don't know what's happened to Yai before getting on set, but I love the singing. Maybe we'll have to start an introduction to singing 101, some instrumentals to make it, kinky, lively vibes. But we'll find a way around it. I think I have a couple of friends on my list who are producers,
Please
so they're gonna help us out.
Singing skills, just leave us alone.
No, but we just have to. You want us to have fun singing, so let's have fun singing. I'm just following that lead.
We can work on it though. Make it happen. Okay.
I'm following your lead.
We'll do something about it. We should have a name for Rise and Shine citizens. Shine. Can it be like Shine? Like Shine.
Like shoe shiners.
Where your face is shining, your shoe is shining, you are shining.
Okay, I don't want to go to these right now. You know what? Whatever it is, whichever part of the bird you woke up from this morning, please just help us.
But you guys should help me now. Am I doing anything? But look at Rise and Shine Saturday is a happy, jolly go fellow show where we talk entertainment, we laugh. Because I did not allow him to bring your papa Dakara today.
I think somebody has been infected by the happy hour spirit, and it's a lovely infection. It's a lovely infection. So let's get the happy vibes going because we have to be happy in this country with all that is happening.
Yeah,
we need to be happy.
Just be happy.
And of course, it's always going to be a happy hour thing live on Rise and Shine Saturday. So bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Don't mind who you are. You have the hot, akara and pop. Bring it up. You have her hot cup of tea and coffee. Bring it on. Let's roll together this morning and get to start your weekend properly. Well,
but it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, it's
big
gonna be
entertainment gist and plenty amebo.
But something happened yesterday, and I decided it was about time to go back to an old habit.
Okay.
I was some of the things that makes you feel refreshed, energized, and then gives you that some away time to ponder, reflect on things and lives. Literally one of the most inspiring moments.
Okay.
And you wouldn't imagine where that is going.
What's that? Exactly. I'm waiting.
Fishing.
Okay, as an oral man that let me tell you, the part of Akwa Ibom State that he comes from, that fishermen. So his ancestors are calling him. He's in a hurry to respond. So you're going to have OAP/fisherman Francis Onyima. Yes.
Well, it's going to be a very beautiful combination. I mean, getting to fish and then coming back here when it's time to be here. It's a lovely combo.
Which means I'll be eating a lot of fresh fish.
But you have to buy the fish. You have to patronize me.
No. What are partners for? What are partners for if we cannot do
You start by partnering with me by patronizing my business now. It's a business, so I'm not fishing for fun, no. I'm fishing for business. Yes.
Anyway, there's plenty good news today. Really, see, I feel like sharing this particular good news.
Okay.
So this is more like congratulations to Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State.
Oh, Davido.
He's still in the street of Davido, right?
Davido.
But then, Ademola Adeleke, the appeal court, has upheld his victory at the July, that was July elections held in Osun State that declared him the winner of the gubernatorial elections and has fined former governor Boyega Oyetola 500,000
That's why
naira fine.
I have an issue on that story.
That 500,000
That's where I
naira.
have serious issues.
That
I mean,
500,000 is small.
500,000 naira is like
Even
50
me, I
naira
can
groundnut.
pay it.
Yeah, it's like five naira 500. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's like 50 naira groundnut to the class of people that have been given that. I mean, they're just.
So you would have liked to get like 50 million. You are
on.
part of our problem.
No, I'm not. You know, the earlier we get to a point in this country where we have stiffer penalties for people who think they can do and undo, the better it is for us. I mean, look at somebody getting a fine of 500,000 where you look at his net worth and then you look at the laws. I mean, we need a complete overhaul in the legal system, if I must say. Like, we need to look at the crimes and then look at the penalties again. And like, okay, you kill somebody, 5 years imprisonment. No 5 years imprisonment. Life imprisonment.
You go for life.
You look at those things and we look at those things and then we re-gig them so that when somebody gets to look at the crime and then looks at the punishment, should he be convicted, there'll be some deterrent. I mean, look at it, it's like when rape was a normal thing for most people and there was no imprisonment fine attached to it, nobody had been convicted. I mean, it used to be a more frequent occurrence. But now, you know, if you try it 14 years, 21 years, you begin to calculate your life. If I stay behind for 14 years,
if they catch me,
how would my life be after 14 years? If I stay 21 years, how would my life be? You go calm down. Know that you have to do it right. You go and pay dowry, and then you take your wife home, and then you can enjoy the blessings of God that He's put in marriage. Don't just go and be misbehaving anyhow. So that will help us in this country. But for me, the biggest gist.
Look at the way you just moved away from my gist. Anyway, Governor Boyega, Governor Ademola Adeleke, congratulations all the way from Akwa Ibom, because I mean we've been having that conversation a lot on Spectrum Television. I know Janice can relate. I know you can't. But
sorry, I can't relate.
Like happy,
I relate because the video is there. And I know why some people are inside that story is because of the video. But it's okay.
Anyway, congratulations to the people of Osun. We can once again say, like the Abians, that the will of the people prevailed even in the election petition tribunal. Well, and that's awesome.
If there is anything that has done, I think it is for the, you know, increase the confidence of people in the judiciary system. And then it reinforces the statement of His Excellency Peter Obi that he still has hope that the judiciary can give justice to people. And that's what is happening. That's what's playing out. So we get to enjoy that. Congratulations to the Obio's family.
All of a sudden, Obio is the one that now has the family. When is the member of the family?
Once you mention one person, the entire family
the entire family has don't allow them to displace him with the Yoruba man. The hierarchy is important in the Yoruba nation.
Yeah, congratulations
to the Adeleke family and to the entire people of Osun State. So moving on to your story.
Now you're coming to my story.
I'm not even going to touch it.
So, Uncle Mark Zuckerberg, after having two lovely babies, lovely kids, because one is 5, one is 7, now has welcomed a sweet, cute little bundle of joy.
Another Zuckerberg baby.
So Zuckerberg welcomed his 3rd daughter with his wife Priscilla Chang. And then Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chang launched their, we don't want to talk about the philanthropic organization, but Zuckerberg took to his social media status to post about 2 months ago that he was expecting the little daughter and that his 2 children were going to have officially a little sister to play with. And then on Friday, eventually, the baby arrived. And there are different pictures of Mark Zuckerberg and the daughter, Aurelia Chang Zuckerberg, on Instagram. Of course, she was born on the post was made on Instagram on 24th of March, which was just yesterday. And oh my God, you know what got to me?
What?
The intensity of the communication between Mark and his little daughter, just right there.
Says the intensity. Anyway, so Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Shan have welcomed their third daughter. Now, making them, they have three girls, and their daughter is Ariela Shan Zuckerberg. And of course, this has increased the family to family five, and it's beautiful. Look at the marks right there. Their children are putting their names for both the wife and the husband. So I'm wondering, is this something in their culture or just what the Zuckerberg family decided to uphold? But a big congratulations and welcome to baby Ariela Shan Zuckerberg. Of course, we have the photos of the newborn and her daddy. We've seen him smiling there, and this is such a good it's a
Man,
good feeling.
is that picture for me? Like,
I saw we're not going to turn it to your new wallpaper.
I think I might just do that because.
But look at
I mean,
Ariela's face. Actually, I mean, she's just gazing up
exactly.
at her dad.
I mean, the communication, there's like, they're literally talking to each
Is it
other.
that deep?
Like, seriously now. But look at that picture. Just look at that picture.
This is nice. This is
This
really
is amazing.
beautiful.
Congratulations, Zuckerberg.
To the
And welcome.
Say the way they used to say it. It's
to
not
the
to
Zuckerbergs.
the Zuckerbergs.
To the Zuckerbergs. Congratulations to the Zuckerbergs. Welcome, baby Aurelia.
Please be very useful to us on this show.
The world is waiting for you.
Moving on, moving on. So, musicians continue to do the most. We've had The Weeknd declared the most popular artist in the world. Now, the indices that we use to measure these things are the most important part of the conversations. Yeah. So when you say the person is the most popular artist in the world, when I saw this news was my first time of knowing who Weeknd is. When you say that the likes of Beyonce or Lady Gaga or what's this other lady's name, Rihanna, or I can't even mention any man. And what's this one that sings nice love songs? But when you say that they are like the most popular artists in the world, I can relate. But anyway, it's been said that Weeknd is the most popular artist in the world. I don't know if you buy that, Francis.
Well, as far as the Guinness World Record 2023 released on March 20th is concerned, Weeknd happens to be the most popular artist in the world, and came to that conclusion after he became the first artist to surpass over 100 million monthly listeners. That is 112 million as of March 24th, being yesterday on Spotify, a record he exclusively holds with Miley Cyrus, coming distant second at 83 million monthly listeners. The Weeknd also boasts of the most streamed songs on Spotify with his hit single Blinding Lights, released in November 2019, holding the record with 3.4 billion streams. The 33-year-old pop star has enjoyed huge digital success across the world with his hit single Die For You featuring Ariana Grande going viral on TikTok. Now, this award-winning artist, dubbed the King of Streams by the Guinness World Record, headlined Super Bowl 55 after boycotting the Grammys, who failed to nominate his album After Hours.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense when you put it up that way. So it means in terms of lyrics and content, he has a song that draws a really wide, population of people. So if you're talking like maybe like street popularity, it might not be him. But in terms of how much his song is consistently streamed, that we're talking a month-on-month consistency in over 100 million of his songs, and now it's just going to make me go and look for what a song of his sounds like. What does he sing about? Why are people streaming his song month on month and in the hundreds of millions? But that's a big one, a big feat actually for an artist to hit off on Guinness Book of Records. So a really big congratulations right there to the celebrity artist. What is that? I'm looking. Abel Makonke Nsefai. Yeah, Nsefai. Of course. He. I like this. I like his name, Abel Makonnen Nsefai. I like the Nsefai. So, AKA The Weeknd. He's been announced by the Guinness Book of Records as the most popular artist in the world because of the number of streams that his songs have across streaming platforms. Great one, great fit there. Moving on. I have to be the one to take this story. Okay. Now, remember that there is a man that we all love in Nigeria.
Some people,
a lot of people actually. You know how he has a concert and some people are fainting and shouting, Obio, Obio, Obio. Yeah, and then for a while he was hit by a major issue, lost his quote unquote favorite son, and then he went down quiet for a while, married his sweetheart. Then I think that was last week. He deleted all the pictures on his Instagram page, and then all of a sudden people also that have not blown, quote unquote, like him, also went to their social media handles to join him in deleting pictures. I'm like, Oga, do you know why David Adeleke deleted the pictures on his Instagram, and you're like, no, solidarity forever, and one followers of the video, we are going to delete our pictures. Now that happened, but earlier in this week a surprise happened. We had the video return to the social media space, and then he dropped the message of his new album coming up. Now I need to get that date correct.
That's April 2nd.
April 2nd for Timeless. And within an hour, that particular tweet and Instagram post had over how many million responses? Like, Nigerians and the world over, we're just waiting like Davido breathe now on social media, and we're gonna take the air and start breathing. It's like I was looking at it during the week, and the numbers were just going up like tap, 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 tap. Like if you looked at it in 5 minutes and turned back, the numbers had gone up entirely. And the whole world literally is waiting for this Timeless album that is coming out. So we have a tweet by Davido where he said, the support for Timeless so far has been incredible. Thank you for the love. I am so excited to bring this album to life and share it in person. London, New York City, Lagos, join me for a Timeless night, a special live event where we'll make memories that will last forever. I mean, that's Davido's tweet. And there's also speculations that this is going to be his last album.
Well, those for me remain speculations unless I get to hear from Obio himself.
Right.
But one thing that I'm not surprised about is the fact that literally the world was waiting for it. There's something that comes with going through a grieving period for those in the creative industry. And the fans, the people, they understand that this moment happens to be one of the moments that artists write the deepest songs with the deepest meanings. For me, I think that's why a lot of people couldn't wait to just jump at it. And then you look at the title, Timeless. And then a lot of things are beginning to crop up in my mind, like, okay, Timeless, what is it going to talk about? What is the central theme going to be like? What are the key issues that Davido is going to address, and addressing in this particular album? And so it leaves a lot for the people to respect, to anticipate, and literally everybody can't wait for it. It's like if Nigerians and the world over had a way to drag Davido and say, you know what, don't keep us in suspense again, just let it drop now. It will happen. But then we still have to wait and anticipate and hashtag and keep trending until Davido finally drops. But knowing Davido for who he is and being a keen follower of his music from, I think, what was the first song I got in touch with? Okay, that was his first song that I got in touch with. Yeah, so from there to all of these other songs that he's been bringing, Assurance and the rest of it, it's been amazing. Yeah, and finally assurance was given. So
Assurance was given.
so for people
Choma
who said,
got her
for
assurance.
people who used to be in my inbox saying, you people in the media people, you people in entertainment space, you people don't give people assurance. I keep to your assurance. Well, Davido has shown you people that we do give assurance
We's good
and we
people.
deliver assurance.
We's good people. We ain't bad people.
We ain't bad people, man.
It's really beautiful to see that Davido's more like Davido's comeback is a bang. You know, a lot of people were expecting. Remember that in the course of this solace and him mourning the loss of his baby boy, we even had his followers, his fans, organize a concert in his honor. I think the people also that are really worth celebrating at this time are Davido's fans, because in recent times they have done the most, and it also goes to show the kind of person that Davido is. We continue to hear the stories of his philanthropic side, the way he gives back to the society, and it affects also how people embrace his music. And it's really been transformational for a lot of people. For him to have been in seclusion, people were not able to track what's going on, but yet the fan base still kept activities and energy around his personality alive. I think he has done good for himself in the entertainment industry, and we're very sure that timeless, it's going to be timeless, as the word itself has spoken. People are already filing out and getting ready. Tickets are, it's going to be here and there. But it's also beautiful to see the kind of solidarity that OBO enjoys in terms of his music, because we had the likes of Wanda Cole, who's also meant to do his big comeback, move his album launch from, I think it was somewhere between the 2nd or the 4th of April now, but Wanda Cole has moved his own album launch forward just to honor the fact that OBO is coming back with a timeless album. And I like the kinds of solidarity that we see these people give to themselves in the industry. It's really worth them celebrating at this time. So congratulations to OBO, aka Davido, on his mega comeback to where people can feel his pulse, and on the grand move to release the album Timeless.
Well, talking about comeback and talking about new releases, another wonderful collaboration by a beautiful Nigerian female Amazona. Yeah, I like to call her the Amazonian woman. Tiwa Savage coming together with another amazing singer, Ira Star. And of course, this time around, they're bringing Young John, and they call this one Stamina. Stamina.
Why is sounding like that's what the song sounds like?
Stamina. But seriously, I think this Afro-pop and piano fusion, it's actually going to be a hit, as usual. I was just listening to it yesterday when I came across the news, and I just tearing my head, burning my head.
Like you've already listened to it?
Yeah, I listened to it yesterday. It was beautiful.
How come I missed that?
Oh, guys, can you just give audio a little bit? I know there's no video to it.
Okay, this is underlaid with an audio. Please give it to me.
Listen, I can relate. Audio? Let her relate.
We don't have the audio for this one, but then the combo is a very strong combination. Tiwa Savage, vocal strength, dexterity, delivery, everything. Ira Star has consistently been on the rise for great works. I think the star in her name is really affecting her. And Young John, I think it does, good with his music also. Having the three people on one single track is going to be a lot of energy. And you were just speaking about the piano infusion. It seems everybody is now doing a little leaning on piano. We are going to have Afro pop infused with piano. Everybody's song has a feel of piano there. So you're wondering, is piano the latest kid on the music block that everyone is trying to explore? But this is a great comeback, so to speak. I think this is going to be Tiwa Savage's first release for 2023, and I think that's how most of these songs are being graded as of now, the first release for 2023. And I know it's something that will be it's something we can absolutely look out for. So maybe we'll look at giving a feel of what they have released so far when we go on a break. I know y'all like that. I know y'all like it.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't like it, but Tiwa Savage has been doing quite an amazing job. I'd say it every time. I like Arya Star and the fact that she's been very consistent. And I love what these amazing Nigerians are doing as far as the music industry is concerned, because they're paving the right way for the up and coming artists to easily, get to limelight and get to be celebrated. So it's a beautiful thing. Congratulations to Tiwa Savage, Arya Star, and all those behind the success story of Stamina. And I can't wait to see the video and what the video will look like, because I'm always very particular about specifics and the storyline in the video. I recall now just listening to Somebody's Son, narrative by Tiwa Savage, and how she explained how the inspiration came.
That song was such an energy in this.
And it still is. I mean, and then when you think of the collaboration she had with Brandy, and then having Brandy speak or sing the Yoruba, it was it for me. Well, it's sometimes very amazing to get to know the inspiration behind the
back
songs.
end. But then the back end felt for Somebody's Son was actually her son. It was actually a son, but I know a lot of people don't buy it. But
she said,
but Tiwa said it was her son.
No, she said
it was her son. No.
She didn't say she was a son. She said that when she was doing that song, she was actually thinking about God. It was a love song to God. That when God has got you, He's definitely your God and forever.
Sister Tiwa.
So that was the controversy.
I know that. I remember that controversy coming up one time.
That was the controversy.
But I think the primary back end about the song was that there were speculations that song was written for her son.
Yes, because of the video that was made.
Because of the video that was made. Yes, and then some months later, we now heard it was.
She clarified. She just had to clear the air on
as
that.
unto the Lord.
Yeah, she had to.
Somebody's song go find you. Jesus Christ go find you one day.
But Jesus Christ was found unto Siva.
And Jesus Christ now somebody's son.
Of course, it's somebody's son.
Son of God, Abi.
It's son of God. Somebody's son.
Somebody's son go find you one day. All right, moving on. Brother Shaggy. Brother Shaggy.
So I think I'd want us to dwell a little bit on this particular story before we jump off to another one. So Brother Shaggy, dwell a little bit on it.
Why?
So Brother Shaggy says he makes 20 whooping million naira on a monthly basis.
I'm creating content
creation. And I'm asking myself, bros,
what are you doing with your life?
What are you doing with your life? Like seriously? 20
do you think
million.
But do you think it's realistic to say that?
But I don't know if I'm to believe Brother Shaggy,
but actually it is.
Or not. But I know that the present crude oil in Nigeria
actually is content creation. Good.
But coming to say 20 million, I don't know. I don't have the indices, so I'm not gonna argue.
But then if
or
you say
disagree.
like I make 20 million a month, 20 million a month times 12 months. Let's just do quick math.
Okay. While you're doing the quick math.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking to myself, bros, you've been wasting away. Like, so 20 million is passing me by every month for just content creation. And let me not say just content creation, because I know it takes a whole lot of creativity, it takes a whole lot of hard work, it takes a whole lot of consistency. But yeah, one thing that Brother Shaggy's statement has opened my eyes to is that, bro, it's about time you start going.
You start tapping your creative.
And you tap, man, you have to tap. Like, you tap consistently.
So, like, at 20 million every month times 12 months, he makes 240 million naira for a year.
That's minus endorsement. Yeah. Minus endorsement, minus being paid for promotionals, minus everything.
I was actually in my mind when I was doing like a quick summary for the 20 million per month. So I was, counting in a little bit of endorsement here. More like content creation is why these labels come to give you endorsement. I don't know. So if you calculate it overall, this is the income you're getting from content creation, so to speak. But is 20 million realistic a month? Yes, it is.
It is.
Also, we're also calculating how much they make from streams from all the streamed platforms, and it will not be just one. So you're seeing that they are earning from YouTube, they're earning from TikTok, they're earning from Instagram and all the likes like that. So it's actually possible. Now, like what you said, the reality in this is It's the awakening that this kind of information brings to you. But then again, you have to be careful. If you jump into an attempt to build a career in content creation because you hear that someone makes 20 million naira per month, he did not tell you before he got to the point where he's earning 20 million naira, per month. So the hastiness with all of this is for
sorry, my people. If you want to hammer by doing content creation,
it doesn't happen overnight.
Pay.
It doesn't happen overnight. The work is massive. And like for the laziness and keeping up, it's a lot of work. The laziness and the routine to keep up with creating content is draining.
No, it's not just draining. I know I had my YouTube channel actually, and they're still bringing some little stuff like that.
I tell people, yeah.
But here, if I have to look back, I started that YouTube channel during the lockdown.
Wow.
So I know how much was going out of my account for data, for literally
keep up.
keeping up with what was happening, because it started out by reporting what was happening during the lockdown, and then diverted into other things just to make sure that we didn't run out of content just as the lockdown was coming to an end. But I know that part of the reason why I lost so much business. So it takes time for you to build the content. It takes time for you to build that platform, the platform. It takes a lot to get to the number of subscribers that you would need. And then before patient enough, I think that's what Brother Shag is saying. Finally, my patience, my hard work has paid off. And if you have to reference what MC Makar, one of our sons, has said over time, part of the things we are from the same place, so I knew you in Unicalo.
It takes a lot of work.
And so he's like, you know what? I didn't get to this place just by the snap of my fingers. It took me 15 long years of staying on the grind to get to this point.
So don't rush on the fact that someone is making 20 million in a month. I personally, I know this is what I tell people. When I started doing YouTube, I mean, my YouTube channel does not even have up to 50 followers. You get my YouTube channel doesn't have up to 50 followers. Subscribers rather. Had I been consistent, all these YouTube vloggers names that big, I'm sure I would have been one of them. But you see, I will wake up, every day at 5 a.m. to make sure that I am at work, to be on set by 7 a.m. That's how much investment it takes people to be able to create this content that is bringing in millions for them. I don't know why I couldn't do it, but I mean,
well, it's ring lights
and my donation to my life.
We'll think about that.
And it's
in the pipeline.
Great. All right. So, well, good one there for Brother Shaggy and every other person who's putting in the work actually to, create content. We have seen how they have even created a space for themselves at the AMVCAs. I mean, the last one for last year, I think, Nigeria. So great. Congratulations to them. Do you know what I was just thinking that made me jam my words? If Brother Shaggy is making 20 million a month, how much is Macron making?
Okay, now that is something.
Because there's some that quote and unquote are more popular than others, put out more content than the others. What are doing?
An eye opener for persons to understand that you can actually make money, but please just keep it at the back of your mind that it's not going to be.
It's not
start today, you hammer tomorrow.
Do tomorrow.
If you go like that, you have
fair to say that content creation goes beyond just the face that you see doing the skits or the content. Now we have directors for these contents, we have script writers for this content, so that we're even talking to the crop of young people who are like, oh, I don't have anything great or up and coming or something. Invest your time. Oh, I can direct for you, I can edit the videos, I can manage the content, I can write the script. These are other subsectors of content creating. So it's not just the bold face of a brain. Find a place for yourself in all of that niche. I think we were having a conversation with someone the other day, and he said, when you're talking Nollywood and acting, the actors are not the only people that you have in Nollywood. We have directors, we have script writers, we have makeup artists, we have costumiers. So it's not
something most persons don't literally understand. A lot of persons want to be on the side of the divide. A lot of persons don't want to be behind the camera. But here's the camera are not doing their job, are not professional enough to handle. And then you on this other side, my brother, my sister, with all your skills and professional capabilities, it will just amount to nothing. Because when the quality is not right, everything is just and then talking about directors. At the end of the day, guys, there are lots of talents to hone and master. If you see those opportunities, grab them with both hands, and then don't wait until you graduate before you start learning skills and more. Those are part of the things I would never allow anybody to do again. But let's move away from that.
Moving on.
So,
to you from the Staples of Africa Magic Viewers Choice Award. Continue now. Finish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so the MVCA 2023 will take place in Lagos, Nigeria. Dr. Bosola Tejumola, Executive Head of Content and West African Channels at MultiChoice Nigeria MVCA, made the announcement about the awards. And of course, entry portal had been opened as at Friday, February 20th, 2023, and will close, had closed rather, on March 10th. So we are looking at different Nigerians. Just can't wait for us to see the turnout and how the event is going to be. Part of the things Nigerians always want to see is the style, particularly for the ladies. So people are beginning to anticipate, what is this person going to wear? Who is this person going to wear? And how is the red carpet
and those that invest
like?
their money in wearing funny things.
Let's spare half.
But I mean, it's a lot of work, and also the trolls that usually follow after the AMVCAs, where you have probably a designer come out and say, hey, yeah, Francis, you are owing me for the dress I made you. Yeah, you are owing me for the makeup I made you. Come and pay me the money, auntie, uncle. You don't have to break a bank to attend the AMVCA. Do it within your
hello, excuse you.
Feel the brunt of it. Then your financial status is not yet ready for it. So just let it go. Why do you go and fact that movies are going to be coming up for voting categories, best movies, best director, best costumier, and I can't wait to see the array of movies that make it to I am looking forward to it, and I know you are looking forward to it. Nollywood's industry and the movies are trying, and I must say that the Nollywood industry is actually navigating into a whole new energy and a whole new space. So we are also to the organizers of the AMVCAs. We look forward to what's coming, and we are, expectant. But at this point, take a quick music break and let's treat you to some good sounds coming up from the staples of the great industry that we have in this country. And when we return, more thoughts are coming to you out of Rise and Shine Saturday. So do stay with us.
Our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigeria Police Force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police force.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of our brother.
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My lord, the matters cannot, my lord. These cases are in court, my lord. I'm just reminding your lordship.
My lord, sorry, my lord. I think I'll be in cross-examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country.
One truth not often told is about the transformation that Africa has undergone in recent decades. Africa is shaping its own destiny and should be referred to as the African opportunity. On Spotlight Africa, we paint the African picture the African way, laced with truth, detail, and the color of the African continent. Join Uyai Anyekan every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Spotlight Africa, telling the African story.
Politics.
Hello, Nigeria. I remain committed.
Security.
AM on Rise and Shine Daily, exclusive on Spectrum Television.
Nigerian police, which is the only one allowed by cross them. Our governors have to police force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of our brother.
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My lord, the matters cancer in court, my lord. I'm just reminding your lordship.
My lord, sorry, my lord, I think I'll be in cross examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. In recent decades, Africa is shaping its own destiny and should be referred to as the African opportunity. On Spotlight Africa, we paint the African picture the African way, laced with truth, detail, and the color of the African continent. Join Uyai Anyekan every
up-to-date information on topical issues affecting the common Nigerian.
From issues on politics,
Hello, Nigeria. I remain committed.
security,
Education, health,
lifestyle, and so much more. Join Janice Kobum and Uyai Anyeken
every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Rise and Shine Daily, exclusive on Spectrum Television.
politicians, as people who cannot keep a relationship.
No.
So
this thing is an individual race. It's an
thing.
individual race. When you want to put in the work, you actually put in the work. Relationships are.
It takes work.
I don't know how to put it. When you say a business is capital, some businesses are capital intensive. Relationships are life intensive. You need to put in the work or it will not work. Nobody has a good relationship just wishing for it. So
okay.
whether you're
I like that word. I like that coinage.
Yeah, exactly. So
relationship is what did you say
life
again?
intensive.
It's life intensive.
Yeah,
it's a work work. What?
Yeah,
You
you
said
just have to
something
put
with
in
the
the
work.
work. I can't
Capital
remember.
intensive.
Now I'm feeling like I should be vlogging already. I'm missing my YouTube subscribers. I'm giving
Please
wisdom.
help us.
But
Help us
then
grow the YouTube for Spectrum Television first, and then we'll bring our own much later. So you help us build it as well. You help a brother and sister so that we can grow in this industry.
relationships actually take a lot of work. It doesn't just happen, out of the blues. You have to put in the work. And I think something else that entertainers and people in the limelight need to learn. Someone told me this one time. He said, yeah, before you get to where you are known, where the spotlight is on you, fix marriage and relationship first. So it's more like before you don't blow, where, say, when you have blown, it is difficult for you to choose because people are around you for all kinds of reasons. Some people are around you for the fame you have, for the money you have, for what they can get. Those who know you, who want to know you for who you are when the lights are turned off are very few, and it takes a lot for you to be able to choose when you're already in that mix. And I feel like this is a problem that some entertainers have fallen into. Maybe you just get on set now, you have a colleague that you really vibe with, and because you really vibe with that colleague, you think that that's the best person to marry. Go and marry the person. Discover yourself earlier, and if you can marry earlier, before the whole limelight bursts on you, before you are the next big thing that everyone is talking about, I heard that that's the best time to get married. So all of us up and coming, if you never marry, warn yourself, warning. Raymond.
Now you're looking for problems. You're looking for trouble. Oh, yours is your case. When that fight will come, I will not be there. So this is the thing, yeah? Everybody understands those things. Yeah. But then you also have to look at the possibility of people, the next person being in that relationship with you. I recently had to, I think yesterday, I had to share a post of my friend and brother, Godwin Entire Backerman. And then what inspired me to even share his post was a short video he made. And then in that video, you could look at them 6 years ago, and he was asking, give us 6 years. And then he's posting the transformation after 6 years. And then you get to look back how they started to where they are now. Now, not many people would want to believe that, oh, this young man is hardworking, or this young lady is hardworking, is focused, is vision oriented, and is going to be somewhere. Most of these generation ladies and guys are just interested in who don't hammer, make I go chop. Who don't hammer, make I go clean body. Who don't hammer, make I join them. Most people are not willing to even sit to build the man. In the words of I think Apostle Suleiman that recently taken a likeness to listening to, people are not interested in building themselves, building and growing from somewhere. They're interested in just coming in to what has already been established. Yeah. And Abel Demina would say, for the young ladies, it's a big problem when you wait. We are not saying those who are supposed to jump into that kind of scenario. There are people God created for it. So if you happen to be there, fine, God bless you. But don't think just because the other woman had to marry a well-made person, you also must marry a well-made person. And then there are challenges that comes with that. If that wasn't meant for you, you marry a man who's already made. His life is made. He's organized everything about it.
That's just one of his.
So you're just coming in as one of the things that is acquired. You don't have a say. You don't have the bragging right. But when you start from somewhere, you have the bragging right to look back a few years later
and be able to question certain things. Exactly. I think the problem is if you are with a partner that you cannot hold accountable, right? I think that's a problem. If you can't hold their trade hold them accountable to their trade, to their career, ask questions about their finances, it's already a problem. Why am I there as a figurehead in your life, for God's sake, if I cannot be like a check and balance for you, just be a trophy wife or a trophy husband? Well, like we always say, even the Bible says that there is time and season for everything. There is a time to rise and there is a time to shine.
Yeah,
like
we're rising and shining.
So there is, even under the normal organization of things in life, there is a time most appropriate, quote and unquote, to get married. early is the time. Even the Bible says the wife of your youth. So when we settle these kinds of things easily, it's more, we are not saying that there are no people that, because now somebody will be shouting, are there no people that married early and their marriage failed? Yes, we know. But like we always say, concentrate on things that
works
more than the ones that are not working.
And you know the funny thing with most times why relationship break is because one partner is saying, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. And with the let's see how it goes,
not putting their hands to
work. No, so one person could be putting everything into it, but the other person is saying, let's see. And because somebody is saying, let's see, the devil says, okay, you will see. You will see.
There's a lot of things. Just like a Nigerian adage you say, make hay while the sun shines. Oh, wisdom. Oh, I can even remember adages.
Oh, today is a good day.
I am so wise.
Today is a good day.
Congratulations to Omotala Jelade and Captain Eke on their 27th wedding anniversary and his birthday celebration. I mean, keep shining, keep glowing. I mean, she's glowing on that picture.
No, she's glowing. She's always glowing.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just within this week, I saw something, a compilation of the 10 top most beautiful women in Nigeria. It's debatable though. But Almost Sexy, as she's fondly called, was part of that compilation.
Of course.
And then I saw Genevieve, my Genevieve of all time. She was there. And then I saw Adesua Wellington.
Oh, Adesua Tilden Wellington.
Like, whoever composed this list literally has eyes, because you're looking at some amazing, gorgeous creature of God who have rocked the screen, who've made us happy, who've made us smile, who've made us sometimes sad, depending on what story they're reflecting.
But some of those women, if you even call, they really tried for themselves anyway. But then, moving on. Today's just a singing day, my God.
Moving on.
Today's a singing day, and we're about to talk
You're
about.
You're trying to infect me.
No,
but let me not get carried away by that.
Stay on your lane.
I'm staying.
But this is about music again. And Mercy Chinwo, Mia, we add, Blessed, has released a new single called Confidence. Of course, she reaffirmed her unshakable faith in God. Now, the renowned gospel artist in Nigeria, Mercy Chinwo Blessed, has recently released a new single titled Confidence on the 24th of March. That was yesterday. The song was produced by Israel Dami and in 2 minutes and 4 seconds in length. It has been released under the Native Records label and features no collaborations. The inspiration behind Confidence comes from Mercy Chinwo's unwavering faith in God's goodness and provision, especially during a challenging period in her life. As a result, the song serves as a call to action for her fans to trust Jesus completely and have confidence in God's power. In Mercy's own words, Confidence is more than just a song. It's an invitation for them to put their trust in God completely. She hopes that the song will provide hope and assurance to her fans of who Christ is and encourage them to turn any disappointment they face into a blessing with confidence in God. Through the latest single release, Mercy Chinwo is lending her voice to the voiceless and inspiring her fans that it's never too late to have faith and trust in God. Of course, the song is going to serve as a reminder that with God's guidance, victory is always certain.
La 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 la, victory, victory in Jesus. So she brought me to that point, and Mercy Chinwo drove me further into thinking about that. But the beautiful thing about this is, like I said when we talked about the video song and Tiwa Savage's song, it's always good to understand where the artist came from which point, from which angle, at what moment the artist came from to write the songs that we hear, and then hearing directly from the artist itself for the help us understand what is happening. And yes, as Christians, I mean, there's literally nothing we can do without God, without His intervention, without His blessing, without His grace, His mercies, His forgiveness. And you talk about all of those things and you put them together. You know what? Just yesterday, my neighbor said, I nearly would have died today. And I'm like, what happened? And then he started narrating the entirety of the story. Just one mistake led to an accident that could have claimed lives. And then he said, looking back, I came out without a scratch. Everybody came out without a scratch. And I'm asking myself, people have had accidents less tragic.
Yeah.
And then you hear corpses. You hear people have died. And I'm here. We're all here. And I'm asking myself, why did it happen? I say, grace found you. God came through. And maybe it just wasn't time for you to be hurt. You know, God just made those things happen. So the best place to be for a Christian is in Christ. The best confidence you can have is in Christ. And I love the disappointment part, because God has said everything worketh for good for those who trust in Him. So sometimes some things might happen in our lives that doesn't really go well with our thinking and our thought pattern, particularly at that moment when we are not really focused on Christ Jesus, or when we are not really focused on the positivity or the positive sides of that vibe. But then, the beautiful thing is, the word is there. God is always going to have us covered. And as long as He got us covered, we just need to turn to Him and then, let things go as beautiful as they have. So congratulations to Macy Chinwo. I think this is the first song she's released after her marriage to Pastor Blessed. And is amazing. I think
and also think this is the first song she has released since, she's no longer all under the Easy Concepts label anymore. Like we heard, this particular song was done under a new label, and so great. I think we can just give voice to this. Let's give voice to this.
Okay.
My confidence is in you, is in you. I put my trust in you. Jesus, I'm not alone. You're with me, 'cause one with you is majority. My confidence.
The Nigerian police, which is the only one allowed by grossly abuse. Our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigerian police force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police force.
No, my Lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also enlarge the scope of people who should be invited here for examination. My Lord, if we cannot find those who literally murdered Abiola, who are those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of Abiola?
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My Lord, the Matters Council is leading the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my Lord, but we can't be talking about cases which are in court,
Is
my Lord.
this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my Lord. These cases are in court, my Lord. I'm just reminding your Lordship.
My Lord, sorry, my Lord, I think I'll be in cross-examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
for Legally Speaking.
One truth not often told is about the transformation that Africa has undergone in recent decades. Africa is shaping its own destiny and should be referred to as the African opportunity. On Spotlight Africa, we paint the African picture the African way, laced with truth, detail, and the color of the African continent. Join Uyai Anyekan every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Spotlight Africa, telling the African story.
God who made us and has a way out of everything that we are experiencing. So more like this is where you can just get encouraged that no matter how things look, no matter how tough things have been around you, even when you look at how things have turned out in our nation, trust in the Lord your God and everything will be all right. Congratulations to Message You on her new single. Of course, we trust that it will continue to be a blessing to people all over the world. We'll move on from that particular story now, and let's do a quick dive into Hollywood. A quick dive into Hollywood shows us that Adidas has cut ties with Beyonce's Ivy Park due to low sales and creative differences. Of course, Beyonce and Adidas mutually agreed to end their collaboration as she's set to reclaim her Ivy Park activewear line after sparing over major creative differences. Of course, a source also told that the 41-year-old superstar and the German sportswear corporation made the mutual decision to end the partnership. According to this report, the hitmaker and Adidas began their collaboration in 2018, at which point Adidas took over producing Ivy Park clothing, while Beyonce also worked on footwear and clothing for the iconic brand. The news of the business divorce comes after the Wall Street Journal reported in February that Ivy Park only did about $40 million worth of business compared to original expectations of $250 million in sales. Now, according to the report, Beyonce and Adidas had battled over creative differences recently, leading to the expiration of the bill. Now, the end, Beyonce 41 and Adidas have reportedly agreed to go their separate ways with the impending end of their Ivy Park collaboration. Of course, different opinions, but this is where they have landed in 2023. They are going separate ways, and disparity in creative what would I call it, different creative differences basically is why this, like they call it, business divorce is happening. I know why you're laughing, but yeah.
I like the way you put that. Business divorce is happening.
Yeah.
Well, there's a business bond that's been broken there, but I think a lot of persons foresaw this coming after Kanye West and different brands that he's been part of, including the Adidas, sever their bond. So if you look at the designing, it's mostly the intellectual right and the creativity of Kanye. So you're looking at Adidas, which is mostly for men, and then having a female rep. Okay, so when the guy is out, the female definitely was bound to join sometime very soon. So it's something that has been foreseen to happen long before it actually happened, and that has significantly affected the sales of the corporation. But as a business person, I would say we're looking forward to them being able to maybe find a common grounds to renegotiate their deals with their respective artists and continue to stay in business, because it's very important. I mean,
but we're looking at the business margin. The numbers are really far apart. $40 million dollars and 250 as of expectations as to what it was going to bring. The gap is really large, and sometimes business persons just, they just call their loss and call it quits basically sometimes. So I think that's what the major problem is. But like you said, if there is a ground where they can call through, but I don't think, okay, well, they can review it, but that's what it is right now. Adidas has cut ties with Beyonce's Ivy Park due to low sales and creative differences. We move on to a very next story. I don't know how many of you really follow Nigerian entertainers and some of the desires that they have. Now, Don Jazzy, I don't know why everything I'm saying is funny to you. But
like, seriously, why did you even have to start that story like that?
But
Can't
then,
you leave Uncle Don alone?
No, wait now. But for the longest time, we've heard that Don Jazzy has a crush on Rihanna and wishes that he could marry her. There's no problem in that. I mean, Don Jazzy is a baba. Rihanna will be blessed to have him, and both they might be blessed to have each other. I don't know.
They will be blessed to have each other.
I don't know about that, but it's not like one person is down there on the social ladder and trying to, wish their social ladder meet somewhere. But then So we've always heard this about, Don Jazzy being interested in Rihanna in some way, and then when news of her pregnancy came out and her steady boyfriend, everybody was like, oh, sorry Don Jazzy, we are so sorry that this has happened to you. But there's been a big twist to this story this last week. Now, heavyweight Nigerian producer and music executive Michael Collins Ajere, popularly known as Don Jazzy, has reacted to the banter of him showing up at Rihanna's house to propose to the award-winning songstress. But where do people really get their stories from, really? Now, according to TMZ, a man traveled over 2,500 miles from South Carolina to get down on one knee for the Barbadian singer who is pregnant with her second child for partner, ASAP Rocky. In the report, the said man was stopped by Rihanna's security detail along her driveway, and the police were then called, after which he was arrested for trespassing. Don Jazzy, who is a known admirer of Rihanna, was tagged in what was obviously a banter by a Twitter user, jokingly insinuating that the arrested man is the Marvin boss. The Twitter user, Chioma, quoted the Rihanna news and wrote, Don Jazzy, please. Reacting to the news on March 24th, yesterday, Don Jazzy made it known that the news wasn't about him, adding that he is in Nigeria promoting his artist, Magic, who just released 2 new singles. He wrote, yeah? So, I like that end. I like it. This call that you're calling my name, I know even in South Carolina, I am not outside the country. I'm in Nigeria facing my work of promoting young and coming artists. Stop joining my name to your banters.
But Nain
What did he cause? You cannot see woman and like woman.
No, there is nothing wrong with that. I mean,
so
appreciating God's handwork, it's absolutely within his right as a person. Yeah? But I think his own don't go too far now.
What
at the point when Rihanna was alone, he didn't make the move.
But the story is not even about him. It was someone else. Now,
even
there was someone else.
You know this thing about mistaken identity. It happens. So this thing about mistaken identity.
But it was not.
And then you're also talking about you committing a crime, another person committing a crime, and just because you've always been, thinking about that thing and saying it, and now say it is you.
It's not Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy is going to find himself a Nigerian woman one day.
Seriously, this is what he's facing. Yeah. So a lot of persons are always going to draw, and bloggers now. This is another way of drawing traffic. So all of those things would always come into play. So I understand.
Then let's even talk about the man that went to go and propose to Rihanna. Have you know that she has steady boyfriend, that she currently is carrying baby number 24. You now travel. She is paid because you have money. You now travel with all your money to where she is. You go to her house to go and propose. Thank God it's police that arrest you. Well done. You want to go and break what Rihanna and ASAP Rocky have joined together.
Well, definitely, sometimes you cannot do away with these things with celebrities. There are persons who just literally love you and would want to do everything and anything to just be in your space. I recall growing up just sitting with a group of mature men watching movies, this Ghanaian movie, I think, The Agony of Following Jesus Christ, that had Nadia. I can't
imagine that you remember the
name. That had Nadia and Majid Michael. Majid Michael played the prophet, and then Nadia was the priestess. So this man was sitting down, these men were sitting down, and they were watching that movie. And Nadia was working during one of the scenes, and they just looked at Nadia's leg, and I was like, oh my goodness, I
can't imagine that
anything. Like, the men just literally, it was like they planned it. And it was like, this one said, oh my goodness, look at those legs. And this was like, I would pay anything just to see that leg physically.
I beg you.
And I'm like,
but those legs are all around you every day. Men just make a fuss about everything. Please.
No, it was surprising for me though. I'm like, hello, that similar fine legs around. So why would you want to give everything to see this particular one?
I'm sure some of them have wives with finer legs at home.
Jesus.
Because it's celebrity. But then, moving on. You should have prayed that prayer earlier. Amen. Amen. Oh, amen. God help you people. Okay, moving on because there's a part of this show I need to quickly get to. I'm excited. Don Jazzy, we've taken that.
So we are moving to this
is your
amazing
story.
one.
This is actually
We're moving to
I
this
saw
one.
it's your story. I've
So
left it.
you know the ULC Finals 2023. A lot of sport fans would always want to be there. A lot of people want to travel out. So Pepsi is thrilling fans with the opportunity to win an all-expense-paid trip. And you gotta compete, you gotta sing, you're gonna fight, and you're gonna get that trip. So a lot of Nigerians have reacted, and they're willing to just throw in their heart in the competition just to ensure that they win a ticket to go watch their favorite teams and enjoy the 2023 UCL football competition. So that said, if you're a football fan, watch out and get to find out all the details on the internet and get to contest. Now, I think I just take directly. So Pepsi Nigeria #1 confirmed refreshment is giving an experience of a lifetime to one lucky fan at the UEFA Champions League final at Istanbul in a never seen before football and music collaboration with fans at the heart of the action. So it's a music combo. Millions of fans across the globe will get to experience this cultural mashup in the form of a combination of the most skilled footballers and iconic global music artists like Grammy Award winner and multiple platinum selling singer Burna Boy. Now the UEFA Champions League is an epic global event, and Pepsi has activated the Pepsi Kick-Off Show Challenge to select one lucky fan and their preferred partner to be part of the unique opportunity from Nigeria to witness this event live with the brand that is giving it back to the confirmed experience. So that's it for Pepsi, and they're doing an amazing job. Burna Boy, Nigerians, just giving people that opportunity. It's amazing, very beautiful, amazing. But let's move away from Pepsi.
Yeah.
So this particular one, I like to take this particular one.
Okay, that's not the one I'm waiting for, so you can
so
finish
you
it.
know this the Daily Show that used to be anchored by our boy Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah.
Since his departure from the show, we've had different guest anchors on the show. And the big question is, what if the show organizers, the show owners, the show creators decide to use guest hosts permanently? How would you react to that?
Well, the thing with humans is that people will definitely adjust to having different people man the show. That's just the reality of it. Are they going to be people that are going to be sentimental? Oh, no Travis Green and no...
Yeah, definitely. There will be some guys.
No like Travis Noah and no, steady face. And then some people just want to navigate and look for another show. Yes, that will happen. It's part of business. But is there a possibility of doing this? It's a very big possibility. And there are people that are also going to enjoy it in terms of, the spice of having versatile, input into what the show is like. I don't think it's really going to be a big problem, but it depends on how the manners of the morning show want to carry it out. And I think some of these people, some of the guest daily show hosts that they have brought so far have had, great energy for the show also. So they might want to have like an array of stable faces anchoring the daily show. Maybe not just, very rampant, different faces every now and then. I think that'll work better.
Well, one thing that cannot be denied is the fact that with these different show anchors, they bring different personalities to the show. Yeah. And these different personalities all have their own unique
flavoring, vibes and all that
they bring to the show. So, well, if we get to see that, I think a lot of persons will have to decide for themselves what they want to get from that show. But then when, like you rightly say, when the show promoters say, or when the show organizers say, this is how we are going to run the show, eventually people are going to get to adjust to it, and it's still going to be a most selling show. But Travis, he did a great job while on that show. Trevor Noah, rather. Sorry.
That's how we're going to Travis Green. Hey.
Yeah, Trevor Travis.
Yeah. Tongue sister. It's Trevor Noah we're talking about.
Trevor Noah. Yeah, he did a great job while on that set, and that has to be given to him.
Yeah. Okay. Congratulations to all of you who've been listening to all the gist that we've been bringing in Rise and Shine Saturday. Now it's time for you to talk to us, and it's time for us to talk to you. What are we going to be talking about?
So before we get to that talk,
now what?
Are you going to give us that thing, or should I bring it?
Which thing?
And what to talk about now?
That's what I'm about to talk about.
Okay, let's go there.
So it's weekend, y'all. And in some parts of Nigeria, it's raining. Like it's been raining since yesterday for hours. It rained the whole day. Oh God. Well, it's raining in some parts of Nigeria, and we want to look at activities that you can do for self-care. How do you take care of yourself? Do you have routines that you do to take care of yourself? These are some of the things we're going to be looking at in the remaining part of Rise and Shine. Do you want to go on a break and come back?
I think I'd like to do a break, just dance a little bit.
I know you.
Yeah, just dance a little bit.
Just small.
Just to
so that you can put your thoughts together.
Probably
if you have any special recipe that you use to take care of yourself, we'd really love to hear it.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. So let's go on a short music break, guys. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up with Rise and Shine. Stay with us.
Nigerian police, which is the only one allowed by grossly abused. Our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigeria police force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police force.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also enlarge the scope of people who should be invited here for examination. My lord, if we cannot find those who literally murdered Abiola, who are those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of Abiola?
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My lord, the Matters Council is leading the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord, but we can't be talking about cases which are in court.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord. These cases are in court, my lord. I'm just reminding your lordship.
My lord, sorry, my lord. I think I'll be in course of
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
for Legally Speaking.
One truth not often told is about the transformation that Africa has undergone in recent decades. Africa is shaping its own destiny and should be referred to as the African opportunity. On Spotlight Africa, we paint the African picture the African way, laced with truth, detail, and the color of the African continent. Join Uyai Anyekan every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Spotlight Africa, telling the African story.
Every day, we bring you up-to-date information on topical issues affecting the common Nigerian. From issues on politics,
Hello, Nigeria. I remain committed.
Security.
Education, health,
lifestyle, and so much more. Join Janice Kobum and Uyai Anyeken
every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Rise and Shine Daily, exclusive on Spectrum Television.
our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigeria police force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police force.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also enlarge the scope of people who should be invited here for examination. My lord, if we cannot find those who literally murdered Abiola, who are those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of Abiola?
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My lord, the matters council is leading the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord, but we can't be talking about cases which are in court,
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord. These cases are in court, my lord. I'm just reminding your lordship.
My lord, sorry, my lord, I think I'll be in cross examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
for Legally Speaking.
One truth not often told is about the transformation that Africa has undergone in recent decades. Africa is shaping its own destiny and should be referred to as the African opportunity. On Spotlight Africa, we paint the African picture.
There's always going to be people above you. There's always going to be people below you. It's just how life is structured. Everybody will not be in your reach, no matter how rich you are, no matter how much money that you have. There's going to be something that makes someone out of your league, quote and unquote. And sometimes it's not based on money. It is based on value systems. When you also say that someone is out of your league or, you know, out of your reach, you can't have that person. It's not necessarily about money. Sometimes your values do not just match. Makes that person out of your reach. Social strata also. If white money thinks that he has happened or he has hammered, there are people that are at a higher, you know, social level than him, that he will need another person to hold the door open for him to walk in. So, you know, some of these kinds of conversation just breeds an attitude from men that should not be condoned in society. Relationships are not for games. Emotions, human beings, human relationships are not games. When you're saying that you're being like, I mean, he's saying just make more money, set your game, and the women will come and play. It is the women that play the game that are the problem, or else nobody will have this mouth to say this thing to you.
Well, the thing is, if you look at the definition of the word league, it's a collection of people, countries, or groups that combine for mutual protection or cooperation, like you have the League of Nations. Yeah, so it's not about the myopic or Indian mindset of, okay, I belong to this group of economic class or status in the society, and so you don't belong in my league. But I think what has fueled what white money has come out to say, which of course I do not stand with him on the standpoint, is because we have a lot more women who are more interested in just jumping into a man's life. Remember what we talked about just a few minutes ago, who is made. So when you're coming into a man's life who is already made, the mindset of that man is like, oh, you're just another acquisition, just another piece of furniture, just another piece of something I've acquired with my money. You don't have that value. But apart from that, white money statement just simply shows that a lot of men need reorientation. In fact, women and men need reorientation as to how to relate with each other, because we are in a generation, and it's sick. It's very sick. It's saddening to know that in this century we're in a generation where people choose to use people and value tools or things as against value people and use tools. So you're seeing a full-fledged human being, God's creature, and the only thing in your mind is how to play games, how to use that person, how to abuse that person.
And let's not even forget the fact that when we're talking about people trying to climb the ladder of life through using people, it's not only women that do it, it's a men. I know men, I have seen men. I'm not saying from hearsay that all they want are women who have a social standing and a financial standing for themselves. They would never date a woman who does not necessarily have what to do. So they're looking for the kind of woman that they are like, hello babe, please can you help me with 50K there, can you help me with 100,000 there, monies that you can never return. There are men like that they only date and follow women that have ways and means. So it goes around in all sexes, in all genders. It's not something that only the women do. Maybe for the longest time we've talked about the women, but there are men like that. I know men like that who want to climb the ladder of life on a woman's back.
Definitely, I totally agree with you. I know that there are men like that. I've seen a couple myself, and we've always had those conversations. But here's the thing. There's literally no man who is not in your league. There's no woman who is not in your league. It just goes down to the kind of persons you want to be with, whether you're a guy or you're a woman or whether you're whatever. So that question of league, that question of class, that question of, oh, you're not in my state, you don't belong.
Who set it? Who sets the standards?
That's the foolishness that people don't get to. And then, the sad thing, I think it was, I wouldn't mention his name because I didn't seek permission, but there's an artist we had on set who gave us a narrative, I think you remember, where a certain young woman told him he was not in a class. He was completely out of her league. She couldn't see herself settling for that kind of guy. I mean, you don't have money, you don't have a car. Who are you, sir? Who is your father? What is your family? Economic value and all of those things. And then fast forward years down the line, without even knowing that God can lift anybody and establish anybody in a twinkle of an eye. This same young woman who left him for somebody allegedly more wealthy now met him. And her life was nothing to write home about. I'm not saying that that's what will happen every time. But then we have to understand that for no reason,
motive is key to those kind of things, the kind of results we have. Okay, let's take this call. Let's take this particular call. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Victor.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Calabar. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor from Calabar. Go ahead.
Yes, please. I'm looking for that that particular antenna that is sold without recharging the antenna. When you buy it one time, you can use it forever.
Okay, I think you have a technical question, and our technical guys will respond to that. Thank you.
Please, what do you say?
I said the technical guys will respond to that. Just send a message. Send a message to the phone line that you have.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, send a message to them and they'll respond. Okay, so we have a quick listing of things that you can actually do to relax you. And I think something I really saw that I like in that list is, like I said, decluttering your social media handles of followers. Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. That looks so nice.
that is so nice, and that's something I'm totally looking at. I think yesterday when I posted my new look, we were like, "What happened? What happened? Are you sick? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Hello, I am totally perfectly okay. It's just that my barber was not around." And then the next place I entered just decided to deal with me mercilessly. And I had no choice than to just take it and go.
So this is an accidented look, y'all.
So it's accidental. So please, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not going through anything. I'm not trying to fight any medical condition. People, help my career.
So let's do a quick run through the things that we have. I really like the things I'm seeing. Ooh, when you're trying to get yourself to relax this weekend, try to put your phone on a do not disturb mode. Not that you're trying to get that needed sleep from the week-long work and then your phone is ringing or you're getting notifications. Oh, a few months ago I turned off the notification from my WhatsApp. So if I'm not on the app, I can't see messages, and it's been the most relaxing thing because also it helps you fight distractions. Maybe you were on your phone doing something else and then you just get a notification drop on WhatsApp and come down on your screen, you quickly. It's been over how many months I turned off the WhatsApp notification, and I promise you, I'm living a good life. Until I am on the app, I can't see your messages. Woo, good. So let's do a quick run. So we'll just take 2 and 2. So we have make your bed. It takes all of 2 minutes and make you feel indefinitely put together. I think making a bed is a big thing. So I listened to a message one time and the person said, even when you go to a hotel to sleep, do not leave the hotel bedding scattered everywhere just because it's a hotel and a porter is going to walk in and clean. And ever since I heard it, I never leave my hotel rooms unkept.
You came late, but it's a good thing you cut the bug.
I'm saying several years ago. Don't make it sound like I said practicing last week. But just make your bed up, and every time you get up from your bed and make your bed immediately, there's something it does to your mind. I don't know, it works for me anyway. Then plan your dream vacation. Sure. People don't want to hear this. I'm supposed to be on a vacation this weekend, but those people jinxed me. My dream vacation was jinxed. So this is good. Yeah.
Okay.
Please let him read the next one.
Why do they have to focus now? Do a karaoke, Jare. Go out, take yourself out. For people like me, I love karaoke. So just go to a karaoke
Never been
bar
at one.
and then just do the song. Personally, if I go to a karaoke bar now, the song I'll probably do would be "How Are You, My Friend," or "Like You." Those kind of songs, just songs that literally just make you feel good. And then take a long, luxurious bath, pop on a relaxing playlist, and wait for your skin to get pruny.
That's for those that have the wherewithal.
Yeah, you can have that. And
right.
Okay, just taking my mind. I saw a video yesterday. It was a very hilarious one. A young lady who felt like having a long bath just lie down, flat on the floor, and then turn on the tap water. And she was sipping on a glass of wine.
You can make anything happen for you in any level of life.
Exactly.
Don't stress yourself. I'm telling you, you are the one having fun. Do you know how you're walking around some days and a memory of something you did comes to you and you just start laughing at yourself?
No.
That's it. So write and it's done list. Oh, this is cool. A list of things that you wanted to do that you have done. Write it. It makes you relax. Take a nap. Of course, it's necessary. Okay, this is good.
A lot of things. Go to a movie. You can do a movie for persons who love movies, and then try to also ensure that you have very good companies around you.
I like this one about trying a makeup that's on a norm that you'll be scared to do. So I have one of my friends, my best friend. I noticed that in the last couple of weeks, she just does herself makeup and stays at home. She's currently nursing a baby, so she's not working. And I'm like, what's with all the makeup? And she's like, this is one way she had found to relax herself in the last couple of weeks. So once the children are resting, she just gets herself with her makeup kit, sits down, makes herself over, and she says she's fine. And I'm like, wow,
yeah, she's fine.
And this one says, be selfish. Remind yourself that it's okay to prioritize yourself and your own needs, including not picking those calls. I get tired of talking. I talk for a living. So there are times that once I'm upset, I just want to be quiet. And the phone is ringing. It's easier for you to get me to chat with you than to get me on it. Because sometimes I just look at the phone ringing and I'm like, oof. So, refill your water bottle frequently. Watch a motivational TED Talk. TED Talks save life. And I relax by watching movies also. Call an old friend.
Yeah, a good old friend though.
Light your favorite candle. It's time for us to go, actually.
You know
what?
It's
just like we don't want to go, but we have to go.
But here's the deal. Whatever it is you're doing, make sure that you have positive vibes, positive energies around you over the weekend. It's the best way to go, so you can start the next week with fresh vibes.
Yeah, as much as possible. When we're talking about starting the next week, please declutter your life, whether in terms of relationship, getting the laundry done, cleaning up, decluttering relationships, whatever it is. Just shake off so that you can start fresh. It's already, see this one?
Breathe.
We're already getting to the end of March and the first quarter is already done. It's still time. Good time for you to get ahead with all the things that you said you were going to do in 2023. No time anymore. Just get on with your life and everything is going to be all right. Get that very good food. I'm going to try to eat good food. My mom told me that she's made for me
trying
porridge,
to make some people
porridge yam. That I better get home and eat it.
I'll call my mom.
I'm in a hurry to go home. Thank you so much for being a part of Rise and Shine today. It's been hilarious and absolutely relaxing to do this show. It's a more beat down show and I get to relax doing this with you every Saturday. My name is Yaya Khan. A big thank you to you and everyone on our production team. Thank you.
And I am Francis Eden. Many thanks for always being there. Treat yourself as the king and queen that you are. Much love.
Enjoy your weekend.
Okay, now I actually appreciate this look better.
You Rise and Shine Saturday.
Now that takes me to the question.